Well, hello everybody. I'm Joe,
I'm Katie.
and we are Joe and Katie's Adventures. This is a recap on this weekend. I still got 2 more videos that I have to trim and put together and upload them. We will be creating a YouTube channel. It'll be named Joe and Katie's Adventures, obviously. But a few things. You want to say anything first? Or? No?
No.
Okay. All right. A few things. Not a couple of years, but 2 years ago, give or take, I was very sick. Okay, I was, if any of you know me, I was type 2 diabetic, really bad, out of control. I was pretty much waiting to die. I wish I could have died, so to speak, back then. You know, very depressed. Didn't really care about life, and here I am talking about climbing mountains and what we did this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So we, how do we do it? Well, we switched to a whole food plant-based. That's not vegan. That's not. That's my dog. Yeah, one's in the couch, the other's looking for toys. It's not vegetarian. What a whole food plant-based is you eat as close to the seed as possible. So, you know, whole grains, rices, all the fruits, vegetables, as much as you want, you know, that so to speak. And that reversed my diabetes. It's been about 1.5 years that I've gone to pick up any medicine besides stuff for allergies. I can't get rid of allergies. They really do a number on me. But anyways, what I found out this weekend was...
Well, too, we both are down. We were very sedentary before, probably my whole life. And then we both are down significant amounts of weight, too. So we switched to eating that way. You are essentially no longer sick, not like he was before. And then we both have lost significant amounts of weight as well. So our health has gone up, our activity level has gone up, where before we were just happy to sit and watch Netflix and chill 24/7, 365 days a year.
A lot of energy, that's for
Yeah.
sure, you know. I found my passion and love. Not that I didn't know who Joe was, but I knew who I was when I was sick. I knew what I was like. I knew what I liked, what I didn't like. Well, my life changed. It went to a complete 360, so to speak, change. Nothing with our marriage. I mean, our marriage is great now. Not that it wasn't before, but we had a lot of rust spots before because of me just being very depressed and all that. But I needed to find who I was. So first I started walking, then I did some jogging. I call it the fat man jog because it's not really running. But that's not my passion, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go and walk, I don't mind it, but it's not what I really love doing. So I had to find what I really love doing. So we started watching some videos, and I said, you know what, why don't we start hiking? So we started hiking. And we started buying more stuff for hiking, you know. And again, guys, you don't have to buy expensive tents. You don't have to buy expensive packs. I mean, our sleeping bags are from Walmart, you know, and they did awesome at 40-some degrees. Will they do awesome at 30 degrees? Probably not. So at that point, you have to evaluate what you're trying to do. You know, if you're trying to hike in the Himalayas, or you're trying to hike when it's, you know, 20 degrees out, then obviously you need some good gear, you know.
But don't get caught up in watching stuff where you think you have to have a $400 sleeping bag and you need to have a $200 backpack, and then you need all this fabulous cooking stuff. Because if you start doing that and thinking you need all that, you won't want to hike because you're like, it's too much money, and that's going to be your excuse. So you want to make sure, don't get caught up in that. Realize that you can get stuff from Walmart. You know, whatever your price level is, you're going to know the stuff that you want to spend more money on, and the stuff that you're like, I don't really need you know, it's not that important to me. So just like Joe said, don't get caught up on looking at, you know, women wearing Lululemon $100 leggings to hike. Trust me, you can hike in $25 leggings and it's the same.
My hiking shorts were from Sam's Club. They were like $17. They were
I think
Coleman,
mhm.
Wickaway. I thought I was naked half of the time.
Yeah.
That's how light they were.
I mean, our shirts, we go a lot to thrift stores because a lot of people will buy wicking material stuff and they're like to work out and then they end up getting rid of it. So you can find a lot of that stuff too at secondhand stores.
Another thing, never, ever, ever hike in cotton. I cannot emphasize this enough. You never, ever, ever hike in cotton. Not even your underwears for either men or women. No. Unless you want to chafe really bad, no. Okay? Like my underwears are Andes from Walmart, Wickaways. Great, love them. I have Under Armour stuff that I also love, but the Under Armour stuff I feel like is thicker, okay? And for the men, you want to wear something that's like a boxer because you don't want ticks down there. So when you have a tight boxer, it's harder for the tick to get to, you know where I'm talking about. It also keeps you from chafing. Now, the other sense of that, I'm about 240 some pounds, okay? Because you're wearing pretty much polyester, it rubs, okay? So when you run, if you are a runner, you know what I'm talking about. They sell nipple protectors for guys, and you know, put them on. I should have worn them. Not that they chafe, but at one point I had to like pull my shirt because I was sweating so bad and it was just rubbing. Because you have a pack on, and we're going to get to the weight of the packs in a minute, but you have a pack on and it has a shoulder strap, and it's just, you're constantly either going uphill or downhill, and that movement is just rubbing, okay? Mm-hmm. You want to make sure you pull your shirts up a little bit so your padding is not rubbing on your neck. There's chafing cream, there's butt cream, nut butter, something like that. I mean, there's tons of brands out there, and again, you can use Vaseline, anything.
Chafing cream.
Yes, I didn't use it. She did.
It looks like a deodorant.
Right.
And I really thought I'm not going to need this. I was wrong because they talk about a lot of the videos about swamp butt, and I thought I don't even know what that is. Whatever. And I got to tell you, your butt's going to sweat, and that's just how it is, and that's just. You know, you might think it's TMI, but I'm telling you, you're going to thank me one day.
Yeah, our channel's going to be very out there.
I'm very upfront, and I'm very...
Just telling you guys right now.
Things that I think people don't think of that they needed to think of. Chafing is one of that, because let me tell you, the first time we went, I was walking, and my butt was sweating, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is swamp, they call it swamp ass. And I thought... This is what it is. Well, guess what it is. But I'm going to tell you, I used that chafing cream, or the chafing, it looks like deodorant, and I have it because I like to run and I like to walk. I never have used it. Let me tell you, you put that on, and it acts just like a deodorant, and it dries everything up, and you don't have any rubbing. And ladies, between your legs, you know, if your thighs rub, not many of us have thigh gap. I don't have thigh gap. Putting that there is night and day.
Mm-hmm. Just so you guys know before we continue, we're very down to earth people. We're very blunt, very open, very, 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 very transparent. Mm-hmm. And again, this is nothing against the community that's ultralight backpackers. I love them. I follow them. I got a lot of ideas from them. Some of the stuff we bought is because we follow them and they test this stuff. And that's the whole point, is you want to watch people that test gear so you don't go out and waste your money. Because I don't have a ton of money just to go and buy a $500 sleeping bag just so I can put it for you guys to see and say, oh, well, that works great. So we were at Walmart one time and they had sleeping bags, 40 some degrees.
They were like discounted.
Discounted, and we bought them. We're like, what's the worst that can happen? They were like $14, okay? So, but we'll get to the gear in a minute. But again, we're very transparent. We're out there. We're normal people. We're not celebrities, by all means.
And you might think TMI, but I'm telling you, there's people out there. I speak because there's people out there that have these questions and they want to know the answer. And somebody, maybe I didn't find the answer out there, but I think it could help somebody so they don't do the same thing, or they know what to do if they're experiencing the same things. So I'm going to talk about it.
We're going to tell you what I wanted to know. Like when I hike the mountains, everybody, and even in my first video, you only see like the beauty of the mountain, the coming into the mountain, the halfway of the mountain, getting on the top and that beautiful view that takes your breath away. What you don't see in most videos is how hard it was to get to that top of that mountain, and how strenuous it was, and how I want to give up kind of thing before you get to the top of that mountain. You know, how long does it take you? The conditions of it.
Or me throwing a fit every time we go to hike. The first 10-20 minutes, I have to get my mind in control, because when I first start, I don't like to sweat, so I'm sweaty. I feel gross. I have this huge backpack on, and I am angry that I'm even out there. So he'll say, "What's wrong?" And I'm always like, I'm in my head, because it is honestly just like running is, or a marathon, or anything like that. Anything that you do is mental, and most of it is you telling yourself, "I can't do this," and you working through that mental aspect. So you don't see that on a lot of videos. You see people hiking and it looks beautiful, and they're not sweaty, and they're like, having this great time, and it's
the surrounding is beautiful.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's worth
tranquility.
It.
It's so peaceful, but you will sweat. If I were to record even 10 minutes of me going up a mountain, you guys will call 911, because I sound like I'm dying. I'm going, "Oh my God, are you kidding me? Another hill?"
A couple times I thought he was going to have a heart attack, and I thought, I wonder if they airlift you out, or how do they get to us if we need them to?
Well, and we're going to get to why I was like that, okay? You have to dehydrate. Okay, but before we get to that, again, the gear that we use some is expensive, some is very cheap. Because I like to have comfort, but not to the point that I want to break the bank in my comfort. Okay, this was really our first hike to a mountain. Okay, we live in Western New York, and it's flat. I mean, the mountains that we climb here
are not.
They're not
hills.
mountains.
They're
I'm going to tell you,
hills.
those are gentle. That's not even a training course. Okay, I can tell you that there is no mountain in Western New York that beats any of the mountains we just did, that I know of at least. Okay, and now we were not even on the high peaks. I think the highest mountain we climbed was 2,660 feet. So that's not even, high peaks have to be above, I believe, 4,000 feet. So we were not even on the high peaks yet. But what I was saying at the beginning was, I had to find me. I had to find who I was. And you know what it is? And I was telling this to my wife on the way home yesterday. Not that I have anything against ultra marathoners and all that. By all means, if you love it, find what you love. Okay, if you like crocheting, fishing, not that. Let me take that back. If you love fishing, that is awesome. I will never hurt another animal again. Okay, but find what you love, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be painting. It can be planting. It can be digging holes in the ground, for all that matters, painting houses. It doesn't matter what your passion is, your love. I love hiking. I will strap a 60-pound bag to my back and hike as many mountains as I can before I run a marathon. And the reason why is because that's my love, that's my passion. Again, has nothing against runners, by all means. If I was a runner, I wouldn't be probably hiking the mountains like I hike them. That's just me. My wife goes out every day and does her little run in the mornings. I'd rather not. That's just my love. Okay, I'd rather hike, camp, be in the outdoors, have that, it's just a different feeling. That's all it is. Okay, some people find peacefulness in running and hiking. And other people find peacefulness in planting trees or helping the environment or crocheting or painting. It doesn't matter. Again, find what you love. You have to find your love for life and passion, because once you do, it's such a great feeling. And I found that feeling this weekend. I'm 43 years old and I finally found what I love. Some people find it early, some people never find it. Live life, okay? Life is not all about, there's a saying that says something about like, life is not all the breaths you take, but what takes your breath away, or the moments that take your breath away. And that is very true. Because climbing a mountain or finishing that marathon, and you get to the end and you cross the finish line, whatever that finish line is such an accomplishment. It's such a feeling. I was sitting on the couch dying, just waiting to die. So guys, by all means, enjoy nature. Go out there. I mean, I drove on a dirt road for about 7 miles to get to Sleeping Beauty, and I was scared because I was like, I have no cell service. I have no idea where I'm at. The GPS just says unknown location. So I get there. I'm on the wrong trailhead. I have to drive on this other dirt road that's just as wide enough for my RAV. And I'm thinking, what if another car comes? Who figures out who backs away? Who backs up? There's no way to turn around. But I did it. You have to get away from your comfort zone. Once you go to your extreme and you push your body and you learn who you truly are, you learn about yourself. Mm-hmm. You learn who you really are.
But what you're capable of. I think a lot of people don't think they're capable of running, or they're capable of climbing, or they're capable of doing anything. I think people just get in their day-to-day activity and just kind of do, and you go through life and you're just being a mom, or you're being a dad, and you're being a coworker and a daughter and a grandparent or whatever it is, and you forget who you are, and you don't realize how much you're capable of doing.
Run your own run. I always say that. Hike your own hike. Meaning, do not ever, 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 ever please compare yourself to anybody. Okay? If you can only hike in the trailhead, by all means hike the trailhead. If you can only walk or jog or crawl a mile or half a mile or 10 feet or 5 feet, you're still lapping everybody sitting on the couch. Okay? And again, find your passion. It doesn't matter what your passion is, but live life. So the day you go, you skid into your grave, yelling at the top of your lungs, what a hell of a ride. Trust me, that hits me hard, because I was waiting just to dive in. And now, ain't taking me till it's my turn. Now, we're going to go into the things we did right and the many things we did wrong. Okay?
Which, if you watch videos on this, I think we even watched some, and we still made the mistakes. Even these people said they made them.
Yeah.
And we still...
Because you learn, trust me. We watch...
No, that's me. I got to do it this way.
Yes.
And now I'm like, no.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, you will learn. And I was that mentality. No, it's me. I'm going to carry this, and this is my luxury item or comfort item. I think in one of the videos I haven't posted yet, I still got to trim the video. I speak about I take 2 pillows, okay? Yeah. Well, everything is based, you're going to hear this a lot, on base weight, which is the weight of your pack, and I believe it's without water and food, okay? My wife's pack, we just waited, without the cloth that was in it, because she took it out to wash already, 16 pounds. So you figure, if we add the clothes, we can add another 4 pounds, give or take on that.
Way too many.
Okay, let's say 5 pounds. Okay, so now you're talking at 21 pounds base weight. Okay, my pack is a solid 23 pounds base weight. That's without the 2 bottles of water, 2 1-liter bottles of water, okay? the Gatorade that I was carrying, okay, and the food bag. Okay, now there's different food bags, okay? We have,
Yeah, let's first talk about the food.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the food.
well, before we, I already grabbed the bag, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
This is an Urzak, okay? This is critter proof. Okay, on the inside is critter proof, because it's got, and the outside is bear proof, okay? And why is it bear proof? Because it's made out of Kevlar, the same thing that the bulletproof vests are made out of. So when you, this is a
Odor-proof, right?
yeah, leak-proof, airtight seal bag, which keeps the odor inside. So you put the food in, you seal this, you close it up. It's got little Velcro, then you cinch this up, and you can hang it in a tree. You know, just tie it to a stump of a tree. You want it high, obviously, because you don't want it hanging on the ground. But if a bear comes, they can't rip it off the tree, and they can't chew through it. And the reason we bought the one that's critter and bear proof because it kills two birds in one stone, you know. Now there's other. We also have a bear canister because if you go to the high peaks, you need a bear canister.
And
I
I
believe
think those are just awkward.
they are awkward.
To carry.
Yes, and I think the bear canister weighs like 3 pounds just the canister. So then add the weight of the food. Okay. So again, the 23 pounds was without any food or water. The 21 pounds without any food or water. Okay. Food. We took closely to, I want to say between 10 and 15 pounds of food. Now we were staying up in the mountain. We stayed Friday, and we were going to stay last night. Okay. We underestimated the mountain. Okay. So when you add the food and the water, I was probably carrying close to 30-something pounds because I also added, we knew there wasn't going to be any water on top of the mountain. So I also filtered another, actually had dirty water, 2 liters, that I also carried on the outside of the pack. That's a lot of weight. Okay?
So we planned, our thought process was breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then I'm the one that said, I need a snack after dinner though too. So I said when we sat down and we were preparing our food and we put it in like this is the bag for Wednesday, this is for Thursday, Friday. We sat down and we did it that way.
And we took as much of the packaging off, you know, to take the weight off and the trash.
One thing you don't want to do that somebody did, he unpackaged all of the meal, I think they're called Meal Pro bars, which are vegan, and Cliff bars. He unpackaged those thinking, well, there's less waste that we have to carry out. The issue is we literally in our fridge have a brick of meal bars that are stuck together that we're going to have to eat. Which we wouldn't really eat now because we don't eat them unless we're hiking.
Right, unless we're hiking.
But now we're going to have to eat them because somebody.
Because I mean, obviously we can carry apples and grapes but then you stuffing it in your bag. You know what I'm saying? So if you carry bananas up there, you better eat them before you got to put that bear bag away because you have to pack everything in. You know, like we don't carry deodorant up. You know, I mean, you can carry whatever you want. I mean, it's your hike. It's your pack. You can carry a TV up there if you want. You know.
We thought oatmeal. We love oatmeal.
Yeah.
So we're like, we'll cold soak our oatmeal. So we took a pack, one of the little packs of the flavored oatmeal, and then I said, well, I can't just eat one pack, so we're going to have to add oatmeal, like regular oatmeal to that. Yeah, I don't know.
And we added craisins just to give us an extra boost of energy
and
acids. Yeah.
So we did that. We brought granola bars. We had Cliff bars. We had Meal Pro bars. We had the 90-second rice.
Yeah.
But we also thought with the 90-second rice that we needed more than one package of rice. So we were like, let's do a package of 90-second rice and then a half a pack of another one.
It was a learning experience. I tell you that food bag was pretty Come here, Luna.
The cat's gonna.
Yeah, the cat's gonna
knock
move
over.
the.
She keeps rubbing on the camera
Yeah.
thing. So we thought we would need all this food, and then I said, well, I need snacks when I'm hiking.
We didn't get hungry. Now, like we watched videos of people through hiking, and obviously we were burning more calories than we were eating.
But a lot of people said not to take. They took too much food,
Yes.
and I thought, well,
We
when
definitely
I
took
hike,
too much food.
When I day hike, I eat. Like a day hike, for me, when we go out,
But again,
I'm
we're
eating
day
nuts.
hiking here,
Yeah, and it's
and not that is not hard to day hike here.
it's just flatter
It's yes. When I mean we realized the
elevation.
difference in
yeah.
elevations, yes. And when you hike here, there's a lot of ups and downs, but it's very like flat, so to speak. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's cushiony. There's not a lot of rocks. Where we hiked, there was all mud, water, rocks, tree stumps,
So that could be where the difference was
Right.
too with the food. 'Cause
and then it was
we-
the bugs.
We didn't eat. I did not snack. I don't think I ate one snack.
It could have been the bugs too, because every time you stopped even to catch a breath, you were just the
Well,
bugs were just.
We'll go into the bugs after we finish
Yeah.
food. Because the food, I really think next time, and this is kind of my thought process, was I wanted something quick to eat. We had rice the first night, and I had to force it down. I usually
We were so tired.
will eat we have a trail mix we'll eat. I thought I would eat that. I didn't want that.
No.
I didn't want any of, we had like the Ritz crackers with peanut butter. I didn't want
Nothing.
anything. If anything, I was like, all right, you have to eat because you've burned all these calories, so just choke it down. But I almost think, even cooking, like I see a lot of people, we don't like the meals that you have in the bag, the pre-made meals. A lot of people will use those, and I think they're Mountain House.
There's a few brands.
There's a few different ones. We get sick when we eat them.
Yeah, I get really sick.
Yeah, and it's probably the preservatives and the spices. So we had bought some that were vegan, and both of us got sick. So our decision was, okay, we could make dehydrated potatoes, or we could make rice. So we were like, we'll take rice. Now I think I might lean more towards maybe like a Cliff Bar or a meal bar, only because if you told me I had to get there, set up camp, and cook, I don't think.
I still think it was the bugs, honestly.
The bugs didn't help. No.
No, I think if there wasn't, see, we didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
So we went into this expecting great, beautiful things, and
The-
expectations are your first thing that will fail.
Yeah.
If you go into life expecting things, you will fail.
Yeah.
I've learned that, and it's like a wall. I just keep hitting. Hey Joe, expect this. Boom, and I hit the wall again. But it's just life. That's the way it is. We heard of black flies, and we didn't
realize in
No.
the Adirondacks it's black fly season. And people told me that, and
I thought it was like the black flies we get here.
Yeah, I thought they meant
okay.
like there's a lot of flies, like
Right.
flies. So I didn't realize. I know what gnats are. Like I grew up
Right.
in the country. I really did not expect the amount of
We didn't
flies.
Google it. We Googled
and
everything else.
The amount of
Minus
flies,
the black flies.
gnats,
Mosquitoes.
black flies, mosquitoes that we had. I mean, I didn't. First, I was like, I get bit. Like, if it's going to bite, it's going to bite me.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid. So I didn't expect, if I showed you all my bites, I look crazy. Like, I look like there's something wrong with me. I have so many bites, like, on my head. I have them
Behind
in
your
my
ear,
ear.
legs.
My legs look
Like
awful.
I don't know if you guys can see them. Like I got them here.
My wrist is killing me.
Yeah, she's worse than me.
I've been on Benadryl since Thursday.
Yeah.
I've been taking Benadryl like every 4 hours until this goes away because I really underestimated black flies. And like I said, people, and in the Adirondacks, and apparently they said it could go into July, these black flies hatch. And they swarm you. They're in your ears. Like
They're everywhere.
They were in my hair.
They're in your glasses, your nose, your mouth.
Nose, you're swallowing them.
No. We had bug nets.
Mhm.
that we didn't use on the hike, we used when we got up in the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Sea to Summit bug net.
Which was dumb.
When he bought
Use them.
When he bought this, I said to I'm not geeking out and wearing a bug net. I was like, I don't know why he thinks I'm gonna wear it. Let me tell you,
I lost mine, by the way.
Yeah, you need a bug net. Like, you look kind of funny, but then you're gonna become upon other hikers who are hiking and fighting the bugs. They're like, oh my gosh, I need a bug. They need one. And we ran into people that had them too.
It comes in this little pouch.
Yeah, it's like weightless to carry.
Yeah,
it's
really
like nothing.
Ounces.
And that's Sea to Summit is the ones we bought, but I know they make other ones. And you just basically slide this thing over your head. And
it cinches in the bottom. I don't know if you can see it.
When Joe first put it on, I said I'm not wearing mine, until finally I said I can't. I mean, you were constantly.
This thing saves your life. Because now they're not in your glasses. You can actually stop and catch your breath, and you're not eating the flies and the mosquitoes. They're not in your ears.
It's in there too.
You know?
And I will say, though, one thing I didn't think about, ladies and gentlemen, with the bug net is I have piercings in my ears on the top of my cartilage and on the bottom. My earring on the top kept getting caught in my bug net, so now, retrospect, I probably will take earrings out before we go hiking next time, and that's just because I think I would have been devastated if I ripped my bug net with the amount of bugs that were out. So I would probably take earrings out and just leave them so it doesn't get caught in your bug net. That's one thing I did learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we should have worn the bug net on the first hike. I should have put them on my hike up to Sleeping Beauty.
Mm-hmm.
And we should have definitely worn the bug net on the way up to Fifth Peak, Tongue Mountain Range.
Yeah.
We decided to put it up when we were going to set up the tent.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was times in that Tongue Range that it was hard catching your breath because every time you stopped,
They
would
landed
just
on you.
they just swarmed you. And when I say swarm, think of a swarm of like bees. Just it's like one comes and says, "Hey guys, there's a person there. Let's go eat," and they just come and get you. I mean, where there's times where my wife will look at me and go, "Look on top of your head," and I will look, and it's like you hardly see like light because they just come and swarm on you. I mean, they're so. And we didn't realize that they bite. The females bite.
Yeah.
And these flies, I'm talking, they're like
And
they're like
blood.
gnats.
Yeah.
They're little tiny little things.
And they draw blood.
They draw blood.
So you had, and I kept getting, I don't know about you, so I literally am feeling it right now. I am bit all in here.
Well, I had a
have one
hat on.
here. And what happened was you would all of a sudden be walking and be like, why do I have blood on my head? And I'm like, that was the black
And they make
flies.
welts. It's like, you know, like a mosquito swells up. A mosquito bite swells up.
This
Well,
is-
these things swell up, and in the middle makes like another poppy thing that
Like a
comes
welt.
out. Like a welt, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have too many over here. I have some.
But they're bad, and they draw blood. And
So
these little things are tiny.
I think that's what made it so, because honestly, once we got in the tent and we got all the bugs out, like the ones that would follow you in, like on your head net, I think I was like, I don't
Now,
know.
we use bug spray.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to go out there and cook anything. I don't want to make a fire. I just want to stay in here and get away from the bugs.
We use bug spray.
We use that. Now, the one thing I will say about that one is, I had black
It's deep.
leggings.
Deep wood.
Deep Wood's
Dry.
by
And it
off.
made everything white.
You had like a white powder, so like you'd be walking, and I'm like, where is this white powder? Because it would dry, and it would be like on your arms or in here.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
It was all over his hat.
My hat was like all white, and I'm like,
my leggings.
am I sweating that bad?
Yeah, my leggings had like black leggings, and
I'm
they
like,
had
we
white
don't
all
use
over
salt,
them.
so where's this all white
was
coming
so
from?
weird,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was, and it was this thing. But I gotta say,
It's-
save our
yeah.
butts.
And
Now,
we actually let other hikers
Other
use
hikers
it.
use it. Now we're switching to something completely
We're gonna try a different one.
a different one that's better for you. It doesn't have DEET in it, but the
Spray
only
yourself before you go in the forest.
yes,
and
don't wait till you get into the forest.
Spray the back
That's
of yourself.
that's just dumb.
Like, we didn't really spray the back.
No,
We didn't really spray the back of me.
no.
The backs of my legs is where I got the
Well,
majority
we
of
never
my
thought
bites.
that you're.
I don't know why. I know mosquitoes can bite through clothes. I just didn't expect them to
We
bite
didn't think this
leggings.
little tiny little things that look like a gnat can actually bite that
And
bad
they
through
bit
leggings.
through my leggings. Like,
My wife's legs all the way in the back, they're all like bit up.
I look like I have some type of disease.
I mean, I hiked in shorts,
and
I have like 2 bites on my legs, but I sprayed the crap out of myself with this thing.
And I didn't, because I was like, well, I don't really want to get dirty, and I don't want to have bug spray on me, because it just makes you feel, no.
That was the first unprepared thing we did.
And
we had a little bottle of
what did we bought it? REI.
Yeah,
and
little,
it worked well.
And it worked well. We didn't realize that you needed better, bigger things. So the only place around there to buy them was at Tops. So this is what they had. The lady said buy the deep woods because of the black flies. So you got to do what you got to do. Otherwise, we would have to come home. There was no way you could have hiked without spray. Mm-hmm. No way. Or you would have had a net all the way down.
Because I would say it would have been more enjoyable without the flies. The flies started to make it miserable to where you hid in your tent. Yes. Because you were like, he said, oh, do you want to have couscous? And I was like, no. Like, I don't want to come out of the tent.
I didn't want to cook. And I obviously didn't want to do it inside the tent.
I didn't want coffee. Like,
but there was no way I was going to, like we picked up wood to have a bonfire that night.
And then
that didn't happen.
We left it. Somebody's probably using it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we left a lot of wood there, but the flies were so bad.
And I didn't want to go to the bathroom. Like, ladies, I stopped and went to the bathroom, pulled my leggings down, pulled everything down, and literally watched as I'm squatting, freaking mosquitoes and black flies landing on the backs of my thighs. And I was like, oh my God, I have to go to the bathroom really quick. Because as soon as they saw my exposed tush, they were biting, and I was just like, you gotta hurry. So you're trying to hurry and do that. So I would definitely say, even if you're like me that's like, oh, I don't need bug spray, spray yourself before you're going in. We had to spray our clothes. Like, there was no ands, ifs, or buts. We had to spray hair, because I'm bit here. Like, I can feel welts here. I have them all over the back of my neck. Just spray yourself and get it done with, and then that way it's going to help, because even though it didn't ward off all of them.
Yeah, because I think when you start sweating, like, you lose that stuff, and then you start feeling them, and then it's like you're just hiking and just like.
And you think you're not getting bit. Like, mine
yeah, you think you're not getting bit, you are.
Mine didn't come out right away. And even after we got back and I took a shower, it was probably the next day. I woke up this morning with some on. I have one on my finger. I have them on my hands that I don't remember seeing.
And then people were like, well, once the sun goes down, they go away. Well, yeah, they did. And then the mosquitoes come out.
Then there were
and then these mosquitoes look like airplanes. I mean, these things are huge. You know, and you're like, is that a mosquito like on steroids? What is that thing?
So definitely net headgear.
Yes, net gear, guys, is like, you can buy anything for like a $5 to like a $15 one. It's well worth its money in gold.
Bug sprays.
Bug spray, whatever bug spray you want to use. We don't want to use stuff with DEET in it.
That's why we're gonna.
We're switching to something else.
But this was all we could get.
But that's all we can get, and I'm gonna tell you something. I will get it if I have to again, without even thinking about it. Okay, because it was miserable.
But the food, did you think we took?
We took way too much food. Now again, if there wouldn't be so many flies or mosquitoes, would I have cooked outside and eaten more?
I don't know.
I don't know.
To be honest with you, I don't know, because
I wasn't hungry going up.
I assumed, like, when you run or walk, you build a hunger up. I wasn't hungry. Like, I was just like.
I wasn't hungry, but.
And yeah.
I do have to say, at least for me, I should have had a snack. And the reason why, now when I say a snack, I don't mean like.
Like a Cliff Bar or something.
I mean like a Cliff Bar, yeah. Or some nuts, or. Because you do need energy. You're burning so many calories going up that, and you don't realize it because you are sweating, but you don't realize the amount of energy you're burning going up a mountain.
Do you have one of those? Do we have one of those things?
Yes.
Now? So Joe had bought these, and honestly, I thought it was.
We bought these when we go running, and I said, okay, well, everybody buys, your normal Gatorade, whatever flavor you want to get it, whatever. So we bought a whole bunch of these, and I drank the whole bunch through the day. That's another thing, you got to dehydrate. Not dehydrate. Hydrate. a couple days before you go into these hikes, or it's like, you know, preparing for a marathon. You just don't prepare for a marathon, and 3 days before you stop drinking water because your body's gonna need a lot. And that's what happened to me the first day. I was so dehydrated to the point, and it was kind of funny in a sense because your mind normally gives up before your body does. My body gave up before my mind ever did. My legs were jello to the point that I was like, and we were coming down the mountain at this point, that I was like, I cannot get off this mountain. I mean, my legs, I had to tell my wife, you got to carry my pack. Now we have a day pack that we use. That's not that heavy, okay? And she, thank God she did, because there was no way I was getting off the mountain with the extra weight. And we had only water, okay? Now these things are called tailwind. Okay, a lot of the runners, okay, use them.
You're gonna have to go first.
Okay, let's go.
That's what it is.
Tailwind, and it's showing it backwards.
Of course. But
Okay, but it's endurance fuel, and what it is it's got
like potassium.
it's got potassium, it's got a lot of sodium, it's got carbohydrates. It's just for energy. It's pretty much
And
what
caffeine.
this is, and caffeine, which this is, but this is a lot healthier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I didn't, because I was the one that pushed, I need coffee in the morning. We have to have coffee in the morning. We need to carry a percolator, and we need to buy
We left the percolator
coffee.
at home just in case you were.
We needed coffee. And I got to tell you, I woke up, and I was like this. If I drink coffee, I'm going to have to go potty. And
And
God
potty in
help
the
me
woods, guys.
if I have to do number 2,
Yeah.
because I want to avoid that as much as possible. So my thinking now, instead of, I need coffee, I need my coffee for caffeine, this does have caffeine in it.
Plus, it gives you start getting the sodium, that potassium that is helping
Yeah.
you with leg cramps. I had such bad leg cramps, and I know I'm in the Missing Chins running club, and that's where I got most of the guys there use this stuff, and you can also use Nun, N-U-U-N. They come in pills, I believe. There's Stinger, I think it's another one. I love these. That's just me personally. I love these. Okay.
They're a little cumbersome to get in your water.
Yes,
so you
they're-
gotta, yeah.
I don't
be
know who
careful.
designed how to get this in your water because it gets everywhere.
It
Mine is
goes-
inside your water. It got on my GoPro and everything. But
But I
anyways,
would probably.
I will buy
swap-
these again.
I would swap my coffee and
Yes.
start with one of those in the morning.
I will never drink Gatorade again when I'm on a hike. Gatorade to me made me thirsty.
And I just don't. I don't like Gatorade.
You know,
I would-
I thought it made me thirsty.
And
The
those-
more I drank, the thirstier I got.
That's a mild taste. It don't.
You really
it
don't taste
doesn't
it.
taste like Kool-Aid.
It doesn't taste like
You
chemicals.
can taste there's something in your water because
Yes.
it's like lemon. I think the flavor
Yeah.
that we have, but it wasn't something like I just am not a Gatorade person. So for me, I would probably ditch coffee.
Yes.
Even my coffee I would ditch, and I would.
And the coffee we
one
were
of those.
taking is not like it's like
This is
instant.
the instant.
It's
pack
instant via something from
from
Starbucks.
Starbucks. Yeah.
We
that
tried other instant coffees. That's the only one we
that
really
we
liked.
have a ton of now. That
Yeah.
yeah. But I don't think. I think maybe here, if it's not as buggy, it's usually not as buggy here
No.
than it
no.
was in the Adirondacks. So I would probably use that.
I will walk on the mosquitoes in the backyard compared to what I
Yeah,
went through.
I would probably, if we camp here, I might make him do coffee.
Yes.
But I would use these. If
When you're
we're gonna
hiking
go-
up 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 feet, telling you guys that the base weight, you know, and we watch a lot of videos, and there's a lot of people who are ultra light packers that will cut their toothbrush in half. And I'm going to tell you something. Not that I made fun of them, but I was like, they're crazy. Guess what? They're not. All right? Take my word for it. I'll probably never be an ultra light packer because the gear is really expensive, and I'm not going on a through hike. But I have to get my weight down to at least, I want to get between 13 and 15 pounds. And I have to get her weight down to at least 13, 15 pounds.
Because I think food, right there,
And that's without food. Understand that that's no food, no water. That's just your clothes and your gear.
If I had to rethink food, I think next time if I would do, and I hate to eat meal bars. I don't really like eating
I don't like
meal
'em.
bars, but I have to be honest with you. I would probably take rice. I would still take rice.
Yes.
But I would do and figure, okay, because when you think about stopping for lunch, like when you're in the middle of hiking, I am like, I don't want to stop. Like that would just break like my mojo. So I'm like, no, just give me something.
Plus, when you're going up hills,
going.
you just want to keep going. I mean, you really, because when you stop and those leg muscles get like cold, oh my God. To start going again, it's like pretend you're doing housework or yard work, and you come inside your house and you eat lunch, and then you get up and you're like, oh my God, I got to do this again. Well, you have no choice. You're miles away from the inn and you're miles away from the end. So no matter what you do, if you decide to go back out, you still got a couple of hours to hike out. And the other thing is that we thought, oh, 3 miles, we can do 3 miles in 45 minutes out here. No problem. It took us to do, I think it was 3.8 miles, give or take, almost 4.5 hours. That was tough. And then you have to take in consideration, is there water where you're going? So we knew by reading the books, because you can't, I mean, you can't go into these hikes without a map or anything, okay? And we'll make another video on what's on these packs and what we should have not taken and what we should have taken. So that'll be in our next video. But you have to take in consideration what the water situation is, because you can't hike up with, you know, I don't even know what a gallon of water weighs, but I'm assuming 4 to 5 pounds, give or take. So you're not going to hike with 4 gallons of water. You know, I mean, you could, by all means. It's your pack. It's like my wife says, well, can I take this? You can take whatever you want. It's on you. And hike, guys, this is very important to me, okay? I'm gonna flip this over. Okay, this is my trash bag, okay? And inside my trash bag is my big Gatorade bottle, okay? And all of our trash. Oh, Stinger. That's the other thing you can buy. Honey Stinger, okay? But anyways, whatever you hike in with, you hike out. Don't leave gear behind, okay? Nobody wants your crap. We all have our own crap to carry, okay? Nobody wants your trash. Nobody's going to clean up your trash. I cleaned up, somebody left one on top of Sleeping Beauty in Orange, and I took that down with me because I'm like, why would you do that? There's no animals out there, and if there is, you shouldn't be feeding wildlife, okay? Your crap. They're not used to the sugars. They're not used to they're used to eating what they eat. So please, please, very important, okay? The outdoors are beautiful, very, very beautiful for all of us to enjoy. So don't leave your crap out there. If you make the mistake like we did of carrying too much food, it would have been very easy to just throw a couple of packs of food away. Mm-hmm. Who would have ever known? You're out in a mountain, there's no one around you. You know who would have known? Me. And that's not who I am. Okay? So don't leave your gear. You know, if you hike up with a lawn chair and you decide, holy crap, this lawn chair is 20 pounds, I'm not hiking down this mountain with this, well, guess what? Tough luck. You took it up, you take it down. So don't leave your crap. Whatever wrappers you know, whatever food you eat and it's got wrappers, take it down with you by all means. If you take a crap in the woods, dig a hole, bury your TP. All right. We saw a lot of people that took craps in the middle of the trail. Listen,
that was not
100 feet from the trail, give or take. Okay, it's like 80 steps, and 150 feet from any water source. Please follow that etiquette. I do not want to step on your crap. Okay, I do not want to see your TP. I have my own crap and I have my own TP. All right, I bury my stuff, okay? Now, when you get to the lean-tos, normally there's a privy around. The one we went to, the privy was literally a hole in the ground. Somebody built a box that has a hole and a lid, and you do your business there.
It was great, though.
Okay? It's great. The problem is, you're sitting there, one fly shows up and goes, hey guys, food! And everybody shows up to bite you, so you use that privy really fast, okay? Like at home, you may take your time, you know, your leisure time, whatever. Not in the woods. You go, I mean, record time. I'm telling you right now. Okay. We have to spray the packs and the tents with peripheral.
I don't remember what it's called.
I'm gonna butcher the name of it. Permethrin, I believe it's called, because that takes away ticks. There's a lot of ticks in the woods. Okay. You got to check yourself for ticks. We didn't really check ourselves for ticks. We didn't feel there was a lot of ticks where we were because how wet it was. Maybe I could be wrong. I really don't know. Okay.
Well, ticks are usually where it's wet. I just didn't. You know what though?
We didn't really sit in the woods.
This might be my thing. I am not overly worried about ticks. I don't know why. Probably because I grew up in the country. So to me, there's ticks out there just like there's mosquitoes and anything else. So I'm aware of ticks. Like if one gets, I've been bit by ticks before.
Not that you want to be bit by mosquitoes and ticks because they carry diseases.
I'm not overly worried about ticks, and that could be a downfall for me eventually.
Right.
But
like I said,
I want my spray to have stuff to repel ticks.
Yes. You want to protect yourself as much as you can. Like I wear the boxers, and they're tight. The boxers I wear are wicking boxers, and they're tight. They're not your regular cotton boxers. Again, no cotton when you hike. Like our socks are smart wool. Smart wool. Okay, we have Darn Tough is one of the brands, and I love them. I also hiked 2 days with Injinji socks, Smart Wool and Injinji socks, and they're the toe socks. They dry really fast.
I prefer Smart Wool. I like.
All we have is Smart Wool. Is just like one of the brands I bought was Injinji, but they all have Smart Wool.
Because when my feet got wet, like at one point I looked at my shoes and I went, "Oh, my foot was wet." I didn't even realize
it dries fast.
Wet. Yeah.
Smart Wool will keep temperatures too. If it's cold out, it will keep you warmer. If it's warmer, it will keep you cooler. To never hike on cotton socks, please. No, nothing cotton. Okay. And I cannot emphasize this enough. You can wear whatever sneakers you want or hiking boots. People swear by hiking boots. I love trail runners. Okay? You have to wear something that is meant for a trail, regardless if it's a boot style or a sneaker style like a trail runner. You will be hiking on rocks. It will be very slippery. Okay? You need that grip. Your everyday sneakers to go out are fine on maybe a small little trail here and there, but when you really get into mountain trails or real trails that have a lot of...
We hike primitive. So
yeah, we hike primitive, so I don't...
like underdeveloped...
We like underdeveloped.
Underdeveloped land. So we don't look for... like there's a couple places here like Chestnut Ridge and stuff like that, or there's a lot of the walking trails that are pavement. We don't do those. We do underdeveloped. Yeah. We want to go where
I want to be in the woods.
Yeah, where
in
you
the
feel
elements.
like you're in the middle of nowhere and there's like 20 cars at the trailhead and you may run into one person. Yeah. That's where we go. So that's why.
Again, you're right. That's what we do. Mm-hmm. If you guys do trails where it's paved or half paved or there's rocks, then your regular sneakers to go outside will be fine.
Yeah.
We don't do those.
No.
I don't like that. If I'm going to hike, I'm going to put a GPS on and I'm going to get lost in the woods. Mm-hmm. Or I'm going to go to where there's a trail marker, painted blue, white, whatever, or either a disc or, a little paint. And that's what we hike. And we go out there in the woods and we get lost. And that's what we like. We like primitive hiking. Mm-hmm. So, your water source is a stream. Right. In the next video, I'll show you guys how, what we use for filtering water and all that. But that's what we hike. And if you do those kind of hikes, you either need boots or you need a good trail shoe. Because otherwise, if you slip, you're going to twist an ankle. And if you twist an ankle and you're 2 hours away from the trailhead, guess what? You got probably 6 hours to get out. And half of the time, you have no cell service. So I don't have one of those GPSs, but they have a GPS that actually has a SOS on it. And that's a monthly fee or you can pay yearly. And if you're really, more into it than I am and you want to spend that money on that GPS and then, pay for the uplink, you're always connected to a satellite. That's a good thing about a GPS. Even on your phone, understand that you can download like apps like All Trail or other apps, and when you put it on airplane mode, your phone is still using the GPS function of it. It uses less battery, but you're still connected to where you know where you're at. The downside is if you have no cell service, guess what? You can't call for help. So if you're in the middle of a mountain and you're chafing really bad because you wore the wrong thing, or you have the wrong shoes on and you slipped and you twist an ankle, your only hope is to crawl out of there or have somebody that you see, and that's very random. Okay? On the first hike we did on Cat Mountain, I think we saw what, 3 people?
We saw 2.
2 people? Okay, we're very tired still.
Sorry.
We probably saw 2 people, and that hike was 4.5 hours in and out. So think about that. So if you're 2 hours in and you have the wrong shoes on, and you twist an ankle or you break a leg or whatever, God forbid, unless you have one of those GPSs, you're on your own. Now that does not mean I'm deterring you from doing it. What I'm trying to say is be smart. Okay, don't go into a hike of a mountain with regular sneakers or flip-flops. You could. It's your hike. It's your life. You do whatever you do. You how's that? You do you. You do whatever makes you feel comfortable. I feel more comfortable with my trail shoes, and some people don't use walking sticks. I swear by walking sticks. They saved my behind so many times it wasn't funny. Because if I lose a footing, boom, walking stick grabbed me. If I'm going down a mountain and I'm putting obviously you can't put all your body weight on the walking stick because you'll crack them. They'll break. They have a breaking point. But you can kind of, what I'm saying, they're helping your knees. And our walking sticks are cheap. I mean, they're not even Black Diamond or any of the name brands.
I got mine on Amazon.
Yeah,
and I honestly bought it for the color. It was like a
yes,
blue.
hers is actually better than mine. Mine was like $50-something, and they're Helty.
Oh no, Kelty.
Mm-hmm. And I forgot what hers are.
I don't even know what.
But hers was like $20-something or $30-something, and hers are carbon fiber. Mine are aluminum, so hers are a lot lighter than mine, but they still work the same way. Now, obviously, Black Diamond or any of the other brands are out there. They're probably a lot lighter, better to use. I don't know. I love mine. So I'm keeping mine, honestly. With my body weight, I'm about 243, 245, give or take. I love mine. They held. They did what they were supposed to do. If I break them, I'll buy the same ones again. And then at the end of them, I taped duct tape. So if they were to snap, I can duct tape them and still keep using them. Okay? Because duct tape's, does everything, right? Hey, in NASCAR, they duct tape the front ends of the cars or the back ends of the cars. So obviously their duct tape is better than the cheap crap I have in mine. But anyways. So with that said, hike your hike. Do as much research as you can. But at the end of the day, we did a lot of research. For months we watched videos. For months we watched what not to do. And guess what? We did exactly what we were not supposed to do. And we did a lot of what we were supposed to do.
So we touched on food, and I think what we'll do in another video, so this one isn't too long, is
yes.
I have some stuff that I thought I needed that after carrying a heavy pack,
our luxury items,
I've decided was not for me and that I can get rid of. Because I said, and they talk about luxury items, and I thought, this would be great. Yeah, so we're going to go over in another video some of that. We can also go over some stuff we took that we thought was a good idea, and it was a good idea.
Yeah, we will.
We went over a couple in this video with the food and with the nets and the bug spray. But this, we just kind of wanted to introduce ourselves and let you kind of know how we are and what you can expect from watching us, which, again, you can ask me any question.
We will answer anything, trust me, because we don't want any...
Like, appropriate, not weird stuff that is flying around by trolls or anything like that. But we'll answer any questions as far as packing. You're going to hear at some point about my take with underwear.
Yes.
And extra clothes I took that I didn't need and stuff like that, that we think that if you watch it and you can kind of learn from it, you can make better choices for yourself.
Correct. And again, we love hiking. I love hiking now. After doing these, like when I hiked around here, I liked it. When we did what we did this weekend, I love it. It's like I hunger for it. It's like, some people hunger for like chicken wings and pizza. I hunger to hike. It opened up that passion. Like like other people say, like, oh my God, I ran a marathon. I can't wait to run a ultra marathon, or I ran a 5K. I can't wait to do a 10K, or 50, or that stuff. And you find that passion and that hunger. That's what it opened up for me. Mm-hmm. So, like I told my wife, I says we have to definitely rethink our base weight and get smarter on what we take. And
two, I think I just want to say, just because your spouse or your significant other or whoever may not have the same interest as you, we are fortunate. He's fortunate. I'm very laid back, and I kind of am like, whatever, let's do it. So I am pretty much up for anything. I like to run. I like to do 5Ks. He doesn't. But you can hike alone. My point is, I can't.
I did a whole mountain by myself.
Women hikers alone.
Yes.
We saw a ton of women alone. We saw men that were alone.
And we're talking from,
it was like
18 to people
60s,
way old.
yeah.
Way older than me.
So
and the funny part is, some of the people that were older than me were passing me, but they weren't carrying a pack, hardly any water, no walking sticks, and here I am like, I'm dying.
So
that's what I meant.
You can hike alone. Like,
yes,
if you
hike your own hike.
If you are, if your spouse doesn't like hiking or doesn't get into it, that doesn't mean that you can't just say, hey, I'm going to go and do a hike today or whatever, or whatever it is, or find a friend that likes to go hiking and just get out and do it. Because I also think, I know when I run, as much as I hate it the whole time I'm doing it, it does kind of ease my mind and it makes me relaxed. So I think that too is what hiking does for Joe. It's the same thing. So for me, I'm still going to go out and I'm still going to run and I'm still going to hike, or still do my walks and whatever I do, because that eases my mind and kind of gets me centered, but we still will hike. And even around here, as much as he says it's not as fun, because it isn't as fun as the mountains, but what you do here prepares you for what you will do there. So we still will go out.
I still think I couldn't have just hiked the mountain. I wasn't prepared for the first mountain. I ate wrong the week before. My allergies were messing with me really bad.
You didn't drink enough water.
I didn't drink enough water.
I'm a pretty avid water drinker, so he kept going, why aren't your legs cramping? I said, I don't know.
So on that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for letting us come into your home.
Yeah, we kind of rambled on this one, so we'll make sure we kind of tie up the other ones so that we're not just going on and on, and that they make a little more sense.
So,
but we hope that you do come along on this journey with us, and that we kind of, can open your eyes to a couple different things that, you may be interested in too.
With that said, see you in the next hike.